There is much conflict and confusion in our society today between self-love and selfishness. And confusion exists in all walks of life about this. The educated and the uneducated, religious and unreligious people, even clergy and religious who we usually consider to be a little bit more versed in this area. So much distorted thinking and misunderstanding exists and leads to such anxieties in ourselves and problems in our relationships. If I don't have a good understanding of what self-love means, I certainly will not have a good understanding of what it means to love another. Therein lies the major problem in so many relationships, especially marriage. It is important to realize then again the core message of Jesus Christ, to love God, our neighbor, as ourselves. In this teaching, sound psychology and sound Christianity meet. There is no contradiction. There must be a balance between self-centeredness and other-centeredness. We can go one extreme or the other, and both are wrong. The totally self-giving mother to her children and her husband is such an example. Totally neglecting her own care and needs, she is not only hurting herself, but developing a self-centered husband and children. Self-love demands that we care for ourselves physically, emotionally, spiritually. Physically, we need to listen to our body, its needs and limitations. Emotionally, we need to respect our needs, feelings, know our rights and responsibilities, not allow others to use or abuse us. Spiritually, we need to realize God loves us, recognize and develop the potential within us, and respond to the call of Christ to be more. Self-love is not only quite demanding, but it requires much discipline, work, and effort. The first most basic relationship is the relationship with ourselves. That relationship with self determines the success or the failure of all other relationships with others. In marriage, maintaining individuality while striving for intimacy is stressful. In marriage, dealing with a certain amount of normal hurt and disappointment without being destroyed is challenging. A healthy self-love requires that I do what is in my best interest and welfare so I can reach out to others. Self-love reaches inside, cares for self and one's needs, but then is able to return outside, reaching out and giving to others. Self-centeredness goes inward, remains there. Self-love is vibrant. Selfishness is deadly. Self-love is reasonable and operates on sound reason, not feeling or compulsion. Self-love accepts the consequences of one's behavior, takes responsibility for one's life, but does not condemn oneself and is forgiving to self. Self-love is the reflection of God's love for me, so I can truly reach out and love another.